So we know that the new season is coming for Shinobi Striker, and we also know that the next theme, following from last season, we had the Elder Kage DLC pack, and this time we're getting the Tail Beast Unleashed Jinchuriki pack, which I think a lot of people have been asking for. I know some people wanted the Akatsuki pack, but I think this Tail Beast pack is going to be, long awaited, something that we've been needing, and we're going to get some pretty interesting jutsus from some of this Jinchuriki. But man, today's anime question is going to be, what is your, your must-want jutsu that you want from one of these Jinchuriki that we're getting, or what Jinchuriki do you absolutely want to get a jutsu? But yeah, I'm excited for this pack and I'm ready to see what the first jutsu is going to be. But yeah, today we're going to be giving y'all our predictions and basically giving y'all some concepts for what we could get for this jutsu pack, man. So man, if y'all like these DLC predictions and things like that, one character that everybody thinks is coming is Momoshiki. Make sure to go check out my actual DLC concept for Momoshiki and some of my other DLC concepts for characters that haven't came to the game, man. But if it's something you think you might be interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, man. And let's go ahead and hop straight into this concept. Okay, so we actually look at the concept, some things that you need to know about the Tail Beast in general. One thing is, like, each Jinchuriki grants certain abilities to its user. So Shikaku allows his Jinchuriki to be able to use magnetic forces and also manipulate sand. Matabi's Jinchuriki can produce blue flames. Asobu can materialize coral. Son Goku can create and manipulate lava. Koku's Jinchuriki can use steam. Saiken's Jinchuriki can produce corrosive alkali. Chomei's Jinchuriki can fly, create silk, and compress sakura absorption with techniques. Yuku's Jinchuriki can produce ink. I kind of think that Killer Bee's Jinchuriki can do a little bit more than just produce ink, but producing ink. Kuruma's Jinchuriki, it makes sense that he can regenerate quickly and he can detect negative emotions. We actually got to see this with Naruto whenever it was during the war arc, when he came out of, when they were trying to hide him from the war, and he was able to feel all the emotions of everybody, people dying and fighting, and he was wondering what was going on, what I thought was pretty cool. And then we know that the Ten Tails can create truth-seeking balls, can fly, and also awaken the Rinna Sharingan. So all these Jinchuriki have pretty interesting things they bring, and I think one of the key points about this thing is that it's Tail Beast Unleashed. So while we are going to be getting things that are maybe a little bit unique to these Jinchuriki, I think the main focus is going to be they're going to be giving us things that these Jinchurikis wouldn't be able to do without having the Tail Beast power. So who I don't think is coming, I don't think we're going to get anything from Shikaku, since we already got him from Young Gaara. Kurama from Naruto, we already have Ten Tails from Obito, Madara, and you can kind of count Kaguya, and then we already have Yuku from Killer Bee. Now who I think we are going to be getting is, I think we're going to get Matabi, I think we're going to get something from Isobu, I think we're going to get something from Son Goku, Koku, Saiken, and Chomei. And that pretty much adds up for all 6 of the DLCs that we're going to be getting. Now as far as the type of things that we're going to be getting for the jutsus, I think we're going to be getting 2 ultimates, and I think we're going to be getting 4 normal jutsus. As far as the ultimates, I think we're going to get 1 healer and 1 defense, since I do think this is going to be a more healer focused season. As far as the normal jutsus, we'll get 1 jutsu for each class. So that's the basic breakdown. So we actually happen to what we're going to be getting. The first one is going to be from Matabi, with the Jinchuriki being Yugito Ni from the Hidden Cloud. And this is going to be a ranged jutsu, and we're going to do, we could have done the cat roaring fire, but instead we went with the fire release mouse hairball. And this one's going to have a 12-second cooldown with a power of 2 and a range of 4. And basically what this one is, the user fires mouse-shaped fires imbued with Jinchuriki chakra. The mouse will pursue an enemy. Enemies strikes suffer burning damage and a slight stun. This attack resets ninja to a cooldown and is unguardable. And I think the main thing that is going to make this, more wanting to be used by these range types is the fact that it has a slight stun effect. This is going to be too powerful, but it's going to be something that allows you to be able to follow up after that burn with something else. And of course, we know the unguardable only means that the burn damage is still going to get you regardless if you guard or not. It's going to act similar to how Amaterasu and also Inferno style flame control works, where even if you block, you're still going to get burned. Now of course, this isn't going to stun you if you're blocking, but mainly just the burn damage is what we're talking about. And the second jutsu is going to be from Isobu, and the Jinchuriki is going to be Yagura from the Hidden Mist, or you can also count Ren, since she was the Jinchuriki for a little bit. And this is going to be the one that's actually going to be for the attack types. We could have went with the Hallucination Mist, but we're actually going with the Coral Palm, one that we actually did in one of our previous DLC predictions when we did the Elder Kage DLC pack. And this one's going to have a 15-second cooldown with a power of 2 and a range of 2, and basically the user strikes an enemy with the lunging palm strike imbued with chakra. Corals begin to form on the opponent until eventually immobilizing the enemy for a short amount of time. This attack reduces action speed. So I think with the more corals that pop up on your body, the slower you start to move. And this is something very powerful to give to attack types, because if they know when they're going to time it for you to be like immobile and not be able to move, you could hit somebody with some of these hard jutsus that are hard to land, like maybe a Sage Art Windstar Rasen Shuriken, or even maybe, you know, Asama's Smoke Jutsu. Like, this is very good, especially if you can time the actual freezing animation whenever the corals finally, you know, accumulate on your body. The next jutsu is going to be from Son Goku, and it's going to be from the Jinchuriki Roshi from the Hidden Stone, and this is going to be for defense types, and this one's going to be the Lava Release Chakra Mode. It's going to have an 18-second cooldown and a damage of 3, and I know that cooldown looks pretty big, but the main reason is the user coats their body in lava chakra. Melee strikes deal additional burn damage, and enemies take damage from coming into contact with you. Attacks in this state have a higher chance of breaking barrier jutsus. So this is basically going to be the barrier buster for defense types, because this thing is going to allow you to break down sand shields and things like water pillar, maybe in like one single auto combo, or maybe like 2 strikes because of the lava effect, and also having, you know, a little bit of the blowback effect of people getting burned from hitting you. But the main thing is this is going to be great for taking over base battles and maybe even doing things like flag battle, since we already know that attack types have something that allows them to deal damage and defend, with, you know, them having the berry and arm tail breaker, which allows them to basically hit and deal damage. I think it's nice to give something like this to defense types as well. Moving to the next one is going to be from Koku, and the Jinchuriki is going to be Han from the Hidden Stone, and this is going to be for the defense types, and this one is going to be an ultimate, which is going to be Steam Armor. The user emits steam from their body at a high rate, increase in attack power and charging range. Enemy projectile jutsus is nullified by the steam effect. Additional input emits a steam explosion. And I think the steam explosion will be pretty similar to how the Steam Imp is, or maybe even similar to C4 Kagura, where it's just one explosion that instantly kills whoever's around them. But the main thing is going to be the fact that defense types are going to be kind of like a little bit untouchable in this mode, because if you go in on them, you're going to deal damage, you're going to get hurt, but also you can't hit them with ranged projectiles. So your main things that's going to be is using like melee jutsus, things like maybe like Leaf Rising Wind or something like that, but it's also going to have that blowback effect. I think this would be a pretty strong ultimate to give defense types that they can pair with Sage Mode to give them a different option when it comes to transformations. Let me know how I actually feel about this one, because we actually have 2 armor jutsus that we put in there, pretty similar. I feel like the Steam Armor and the Lava Mode Chakra kind of work a little bit similar to each other, but they have different effects and different ways that they can help you in combat. The next jutsu is going to be from Saiken, and this is going to be from the Jinchuriki Utakata from the Hidden Mist, and this one is going to be a normal jutsu, and this one's going to be for the healer types, and we could have went with the Eek Bubble Explosion. We also had like another bubble defense jutsu, but we decided to go with the Leech Gap Ooze technique. And the way this one is going to work is it has a 17-second cooldown and it's a power of 3, and the user excretes an acidic acid on their body, greatly increasing evasion speed and applying additional acid damage to enemies who come into contact with you. Enemies hit have their attack power reduced. We got another armor jutsu, basically something that's more of like, you know, a transformation, but I think this is more jutsus that we need, you know, to add a little bit more versatility. This one, because I kind of tried to simulate, you know, with the ooze and with, you know, the slime being on it, you're supposed to be able to move around more and be able to evade out of things. So I think this is going to be the one thing that's going to give healer types more movement to be able to get around and actually move around on the battlefield, and also having that burn effect. I think this would be pretty nice, especially when you're trying to stay alive and heal your allies, and also reducing somebody's attack power. I think this would be a pretty cool move for healer types to be more offensive if they want to. When we move over to the last one, it's going to come from Chomei, and it's going to come from, you know, the Jinchuriki Fu from the Hidden Waterfall, one of the more unique Jinchurikis out there. Now, we could have done the hidden style hiding and scale powder technique, but we decided to go with the secret technique Cocoon, and we actually got to see her use this in the Chunin exams whenever, you know, we got that little flashback in the middle of the Madara and Sasuke and Naruto fight. And the way this is going to work is the user transforms into a defensive cocoon. While in this state, allies have their health recovered, while enemies have their secret technique gauge drained and the jutsu cooldown reset. After the cocoon breaks, the user has a huge defense boost and reduced ninjutsu cooldown for a short amount of time. So this is basically like Karma Linchpin, but for healer types. And I think this would be something that's pretty cool and something that's pretty nice to kind of counter Karma, or, you know, even give healer types more power when it comes to these fights, because this cocoon can maybe sit on a base or sit on a flag, and if you want to get close to it, you're going to end up losing your jutsus and losing your ultimate technique, because this thing is going to be draining from you. And I think this is a great way to simulate what food does, because like I said, food prevents people from gaining chakra, and this is a great thing to simulate that. And then when the cocoon breaks, she's going to be able to come out there and just deal some damage, man. But I think these are honestly some pretty cool jutsus that I came up with. We have 3 different transformations, with 2 of them being normal jutsus and 1 of them being ultimates. Let me know how y'all actually feel about that. Do y'all actually like transformation jutsus, or do you prefer things that just deal out the damage and you don't have to worry about the transformation mans? But let me know in the comments any ideas that y'all have for actual DLCs and jutsus for some of these Jinchurikis, some jutsus that maybe we left out or we didn't do. And let me know how y'all actually feel about who I predicted we're going to be getting jutsus from. I think I'm pretty much on the spot when it comes to, like, you know, them skipping people that we already got jutsus from. But hey man, I'm really excited to see this next pack when they release it, man. Let me know how y'all been feeling about the game and how y'all feel about these predictions, and make sure to go check out the other ones, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man.